Sitting on a fast track, trying to get my life mapped, I'm right.
While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. Punter Mitch Wishnowsky ready to do the honors. And we're off in Detroit. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Watson. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Watson. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Gibbs now from the gun. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Great opening drive continues. 1st and 10 at the 33. A give left side for Gibbs. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. From the gun, Watson. That's complete to Sam Laporta. There it is! Touchdown, Detroit!
What the fuck?
The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown.
Shit.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Fox now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here to start. Escapes out to the left. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now they send their back in motion right. Caught by Deebo Samuel. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the 1st.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Purdy gets this from the pistol. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now it's Purdy. Into the hands of Olave. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st down throw by Purdy. Pitts brings it in. This is ahead for about 5. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. To throw again, it's Purdy. He put everything he had into this one. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, San Francisco. So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers start off well to tie things 7-7. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Watson now off play action. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage, he gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
St. Brown there to bring it in. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return you to Detroit right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. From the 42. Patrick with the catch. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Coming right is Gibbs. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Well, once you join the rarefied air at the 2,000-yard plateau, next thing you look to is the single-season rushing record. And with that carry, he has set the new NFL record.
Hey, let's be honest. With how pass-heavy this league has become, did you ever expect to see this one fall?
That's a great question. Can't say I did.
Opportunities for a back to challenge records like this, Kate, don't come often. And now he's got a record that should stand for quite some time.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Another one for Gibbs. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
First and 10, here's Watson. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to the air, Watson. Looking right, and he finds him. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Motioning the tight end now. 3rd and short, it's Watson. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 2 brings us 2nd and 8.
Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
An 11-yard loss on the play brings up 3rd down.
To throw, here's Watson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Fox now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. Pretty throwing here on 1st. Catch is made down the right sideline. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a 49er 1st down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running back, motioning right. From the 44 here on second down. Into traffic, complete. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Terrion Arnold in on the stop. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The 49ers pushing for a score before the break. Third and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. From the red zone now. Has it in close. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get some late points and the lead. Chris Olave with a touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Laporta with the grab. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Watson on first and 10. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Sending a receiver left. Second down, Watson throwing again. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Watson back to the air after that pick. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Finds Laporta. He's still going at the 30. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Watson. Forced out to his right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. This 42 yards from the right half. Lambo able to put it through. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the final play of our 1st half. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he could not break beyond the line, so that's how our half's going to end. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Fox now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun is Purdy. He completes it in traffic. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They'll start the 2nd half with McCaffrey. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Going run again with McCaffrey. And his short run's going to get them into enemy territory to the 49. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves them with 3rd and 2. Now motion him out of the backfield. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, McCaffrey. He still has room inside the 30. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers pull the lead coming out of halftime. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. He saw that running lane pretty early, you could tell. A quick burst got him to it, through it, and then into a foot race down the field.
And there's the challenge defensively. With a group that has this much speed and athleticism, you're late for just a second. You lose your eyes for just a second, Kate, and he is gone once he touched the 2nd level.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll run. This is A.J. Dillon. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Going right back to Dillon. They're working a couple of yards past the line. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. It's going to be a pickup of about 2. That leaves him with 3rd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the 49ers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a 2nd half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the 1st play of the series. Not
the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Purdy on 1st down. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Terrion Arnold has it. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throwing from near his own goal line. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10. Here's Watson. Laporta pulls it in along the sideline. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives the Lions the 1st. Sticking to the air with Watson. Throw complete to Williams. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions parlay the interception into points. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Point after converted from Badgley. And the Lions get it back to within 1 score.
Jeff Potts to kick off for the Lions.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. A lot of grass ahead. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. You get a pick-6. You get a pick-6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick-6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rob.
No highlight for a quarterback.
He's throwing for it! Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, they got it! Intercepted along the goal line! And they aren't gonna get there. He's pushed out of bounds, and the try for 2 does not work.
What's that, brother?
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Johnson now on the return.
Deontay Johnson on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. They'll cobble together a yard there. The tackle there by Daniil Hunter. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Into traffic, complete. And not much doing, he stopped quickly.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Into the hands of Pitts. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down from the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throw on third down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Lions are going to have it after his second interception of the season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion right. Watson now off play action. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Out of the gun, here's Watson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And it's going to be second down. Back to the air, Watson. Gets this one to Patrick. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Dillon. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Give him 2 yards on the run. That leaves him 1 short, and it brings up 4th down.
Brings up 4th and 1. Jack Fox in punt formation for the Lions.
That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They're going for it. Here's Watson. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
So close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Dillon, a 1st down carry. Escapes a defender. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Shotgun handoff now to Chandler. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They send St. Brown in motion left. Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. To the sideline, catch secured. Wow, he made that one look easy for the 1st.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
From the 16. And his pass is going to fall incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And now it's 3rd and short.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. He finds Laporta. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Working from the gun, Watson. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Badgley with the extra point. And the Lions jump in front now by 5. Fox now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Cade. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. They put a receiver in motion here left. 1st down throw by Purdy. That one complete to Hopkins. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the 40 on 2nd down. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Purdy on first down. Pitts brings it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a 49er first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Samuel comes in motion left. To throw again, it's Purdy. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. From the gun is Purdy. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Now they send their back in motion right. Looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. 49ers facing a 5-point deficit. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. The throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
He'll look to throw it. He's got it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now to throw. He's got it. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Setting up to pass. Dumps it off to his running back. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Here he is to throw. And it falls incomplete. Can't make that pass work, so as a result, they will not be able to push their new lead to a field goal. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. One of the tight ends in motion left. Watson back to the air after that pick. He's on the move. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Ivan Pace has got it. And the 49ers make the play that should win them this game. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And this streak will live to see another week as they take down yet another opponent over Brock. What has been an incredible stretch of games for them. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the 49ers as we'll see you next time from Detroit.
Like I'm racing on a fast track, trying to get my life mapped. I'm right back to the same place that I started at. Me, myself, and I, but got the most high traveling with me. Ancestors taught me plenty of things to keep me sane in this strange world that starts off innocent, but soul catches blemish and stray bullets from others still catching whoopings. Ain't thinking before they pull it. Make sure you keep on pushing and looking for another way out. Maybe the scenic route, taking your time, cause you trust the divine to supply all of your needs, but still you must proceed to do what you need to. That's really if you truly do have faith. Face the truth, don't run away. No more tomorrow, start today. It's never promised anyway. I'm forced in dragon's fire, so you know I'm slaying every day with no trace. A carbon copy, carved a God's body. Can't no weapon stop me from holding my head.